Now, folks, possibly in a surprise move even to myself, never mind you, I have made it back out to do a little bit on the night shift. I just hope you can all see enough of me. This is our first time trying to film at night. We certainly have enough lights around the place, all very reasonably bought as well, may I add, but the absolute undisputed and undisputable winner in the lighting stakes, definitely the floodlight. It's absolutely amazing, and when you consider that it cost under €8, it was absolutely one of all the things we bought since starting out on the vegetable farm and the shed and the whole works. Absolutely one of the best acquisitions we've picked up so far. This may seem strange to say, but it's meant with absolute earnestness that it's actually great to feel mentally and physically strong enough to be able to actually tackle a bit of vegetable crop work again. When we did come out, even though it was nearly dark, we got one pleasant little surprise, and it was Susie was just checking the crops in the greenhouse, and lo and behold, this here green bean is indeed flowering and blossoming, to the extent that just before we put the camera on, Susie had to stake it up because there were that big of a plant on it that it was beginning to lean over, so we just wanted to stake it up and get it into the greenhouse and get it sorted, because word has it that the forecast for tomorrow is absolutely atrocious, so we want to do a little bit of tidying up and tying down and the whole works while we can before the weather gets real bad, in case we don't get out tomorrow, which, if the weather turns out as it's forecast at the minute, I'd say it's highly unlikely that we will, but I tell you, herself it's just gone out to do something or other, so as is now becoming routine in this situation, she has left you in the capable hands, or in my case hand, because as we know, or if you didn't know, you're about to know, I only have one properly working hand, and this young gentleman here who Susie likes to call Gary, just to I would have gone through a lot of pain with the left hand, physically and mentally, over the years, and I suppose to a certain extent that when I was no longer able to walk with a walking aid and ended up confined to the wheelchair altogether, the left hand was a lot of the reason why, for the simple reason that it was neglected by the medics and the physios and all those sort of people until they went about closing the stable door when the horse had long bolted, but I sort of lost my train of thought as to where it was with regard to the veg growing and working at night and that. Now, and I apologise for that, but what we have done is we've come back out. We've come back out because the much talked about dead plants are going to be finally put out of their misery. As well as that, I may actually have got my train of thought back here. Please forgive me, I'm a bit all over the place because there's a lot going through this old head, and that's nothing new from one day to the next, but it seems to be getting completely overloaded some days lately. I was just talking to you about when we came back out and had a look around the greenhouse before we came into the shed. Susie noticed that the green beans were actually thriving to such an extent that they needed to be staked because they were starting to lean over. And after putting so much work into getting the vegetable growing operation to where it is now, I don't want something simple like the lack of a stake to take out. I don't want something simple like the lack of a stake to take out one of the crops. So she's after staking the green beans, and as I say, she's gone over to the house to get something or other. As soon as she comes back, I'm going to get her to get down the poor unfortunate plants off the filing cabinet, and we'll finally deal with that. And she was saying, even though the green beans are doing terrible well, they do look like they need a fresh drop of compost and probably a bit of spray as well, so we'll do that. So without further ado, while I still have the energy and there's still enough light to work in here, and we're live again. Now here is the moment that certainly I've waited for anyway. We are about to, I didn't spill that much. Hurry folks, I nearly forgot you were there. As good as we're set up, we've a little bit to go yet, I think, for the simple reason that as good as the setup is, we have a bit to go for the simple reason that there's absolutely nothing wrong apart from the whole working at night idea. May not have been the sharpest prospect I ever come out with, because I've actually created more mess in about 2.5 minutes out here working in the dark than I had for the previous God knows how many months working out in the yard, but look, every day is a school day, as they say, and the day you don't learn something, you're not living. So it's just a matter of, again, as with anything, living with a disability, it's just a matter of adapting a way to make things work. I think from what I can see, I'm just going to move the compost. No, I'm not going to move the compost bucket because it's too bloody bright. I think from according to what I can see, I am up sort of fairly near. I was just explaining to the viewers there that as much brilliant progress as we have made, we have a few other little bits to adjust and adapt as we're going along. Principle among them that, why is the sprayer not working?
Battery's nearly gone, that I think.
Oh no, folks, batteries are. There's somebody texting me, but they'll have to wait. My beautiful assistant is just going to. What is she going to do? That is the question.
It's working out there, but.
No, it's dead. Oh no, there it is. We have it.
I think that's useful far, but right.
I'll get her to turn the wheelchair off for. Oh no, actually, we won't. I'll reverse back a bit. There's nothing behind me there.
Nope.
Right. As they said before the 1916 Rising, present arms and fire. And we're away. And yes, folks, the batteries are as dead as a doornail. We would be doing very well just to get enough out of it. And we are really on the night shift now, folks, because we even have the lights on the wheelchair at this stage. It's gone that dark. Now, what will we do? I know Susie has some of the greenhouse sprayed already, which is probably just as well, because I don't believe there's enough in the batteries of this of a thing. No, there's absolutely not a kick out of it. So, woman's touch always works, proving me wrong.
Get batteries tomorrow.
She manages to get a little more of a squeeze out of it for about 20 seconds, but as you can now see, folks, the daylight is nearly gone because the evenings are gone depressingly short and it's starting to drop rain. So with your kind blessing, we'll call it a day for today.